It was a beautiful start of the diaspora recognition with action as UDF party leader Musalia Mudavadi launched UDFP UK chapter office. The office will cater for the needs of its party members in the UK. It's the first party that has taken such a recognizable step to engage diaspora.
This is something that it's a major milestone for the party and for you as Kenyans living here. And I really want to thank you on behalf of my colleague.
Honorable Musalia Mudavadi was accompanied by Honorable Mutahi Kagwe and Dr. Mukisa Kitui to address his first ever conference in the UK. The conference had a tribal and racial representation that portrays the rich diversity of the Kenyan people. Even the hardly accessible group of Kenyan Somalians in the diaspora were represented. Honorable Mudavadi, giving the keynote speech, promised a new dawn for Kenya. He acknowledged the work that has been done by past leaders to bring Kenya to where it is, especially the Kibaki government. But Mudavadi believes it's about time that leadership in Kenya was given to younger generations.
We want to make sure that as we transit from the regime of Kibaki to the next one, we cover two things. One, we want to be able to focus on a generational shift. We thank Kibaki, we thank politicians of that cadre and that age group. They have done us proud. They brought independence to the country. But the truth of the matter is that they have been there for fairly long. I think Kibaki has been in politics for almost 50 years. I think it is time that that generation of leadership hands over to a different generation. When I say hand over, I don't mean handing over on a silver platter, but I'm saying that they now need to give way so that we can have a serious generational adjustment in the leadership of our country. It is absolutely necessary that we get there. And ladies and gentlemen, the forthcoming general election offers you that opportunity. It offers you that opportunity to be the ones that will ensure that that generational leadership takes place. It's a challenge that I'm leaving with you. And I want you to be part of transforming Kenya in that sense. The other thing that we want to stand for, or we want to pursue, is responsible government. We have to be responsible. We have to promise. True. But we must deliver what we promise. This is very significant. Because it is so easy for a politician to stand the way I'm standing here and I can promise you everything. Because I want your vote. But will I deliver? Now, again, we have an opportunity to start assessing all the candidates very critically. And I stand before you so that I can be assessed. That let us analyze our leadership. Let us think through our choices. Let us reflect and then make that right decision. And today, between now and March 4th, you have exactly 5 months or so to be able to reflect on this issue and make the right choice. Do not wait to be told. Make the right choice, reflect, talk to your friends, talk to your people at home, make the right choice. What do I mean when I say we want to be responsible? We want to be a government that will implement the Constitution, as pointed out by the other previous speakers. We want to be a government that will respect the rule of law. We want to be a government that will nurture the integrity and dignity of its people. We want to be a government that will be inclusive and make sure that everybody in Kenya and outside Kenya who subscribes to that is respected and treated like a human being as it should be.
Dr. Mukisa Kitui requested the diaspora to find ways of finding solutions to the challenges facing Kenya.
But what did we do? We know how to seek partial truth, but we don't know how to move from truth to reconciliation. We can open wounds, but we don't know how to clean and stitch them again. Can we look for a leadership that is reassuring enough, for us to grow our capacity to reconcile our country. Kenya has that. All these possibilities are there for us. Don't get stomach ulcers thinking of only the challenges. We have survived these challenges with a bad constitutional order. We have internalized the capacity. Now we say, let us look at these challenges and say, we are capable of dealing with them. I will pledge support to Musalia only if he is committed to sustain the war against impunity and corruption that has started very well in our country. But where I think is the biggest challenge is this. There are too many Kenyans, because of our bruised recent history, who think devolution is an opportunity to unravel the national mosaic. That my county will now be jobs for our boys. My county will be for my tribe. The threat we must fight is persons who are going to extinguish your citizen rights because you're born in the wrong tribe and in the wrong county. Define that as a passion. Let us look at candidates and put in office a person who is committed to protecting and nurturing your citizen rights in all parts of your country.
Honorable Musalia Mudavadi also met Kenyans in the Midlands. At the church service, Reverend Jane Mwita was quick to mention that we should not waste time on leaders that God has rejected, but concentrate on beating the Goliath. But which Goliath has the diaspora mandated Musalia to go and fight?
The theme that you took up is so real because it is tribalism that is seriously undermining the stability of our country. We may sometimes blame anybody else, but at the end of the day, it is that selfish aspect of saying that it is my tribe that must come first. That has seriously been eroding us. It is a challenge. That is the real Goliath that must be struck.
Yes, tribalism in Kenya is a killer. Quoting Honorable Mutahi Kagwe, we all need to be agents to defeat negative ethnicity. Diaspora is a catalyst and an enabler, which can influence the changes our country needs. We are so glad that our leaders have noted our national building capacity.
Long-term instability lies in the devil called tribalism. And therefore, the issue is, what can you do about this tribalism? Are you going to securely sit in England, in Coventry, in London and elsewhere, and bury your heads like the proverbial ostrich, into the ground like the proverbial ostrich, and assume that everything is okay? You cannot do that. That is escapism. I think you have to do something, and the something you can do is to try and influence people as much as you can. As you sit here in London, the reason why you are diaspora, the reason why you are important, is because you have a link with your nation. You have a link with Kenya. Every end of the month, people call you and tell you, please send me 50 pounds, please send me 100 pounds, and other sums that you send. And it's a big amount of money. It is an amount of money now that is equivalent to tourism. You know, you bring in as much money as the tourists bring to Kenya. So if you can influence our economy so much, it is time to influence our politics so much. How do you do that? Pick up a call, pick up a telephone. During my tenure as Minister for Information and Communication, one of the things I tried to do is to provide a mobile phone as cheaply as possible. Your brothers have mobile phones, your mothers have mobile phones, use them. Send an SMS. Say, stop this tribal nonsense. Do not vote for a leader on the basis of your tribesman. You can't vote for somebody because they are your tribesmen. You vote for somebody because they are able to deliver the promise of Kenya. That is why you'd vote somebody in. Not because they come from your village, not because they come from your tribe, but because that is a person who can be able to address the issues of poverty, ignorance, and disease. Issues that face your brothers and your sisters. That is why I think that you can do something about this whole thing. What else can you do? You can do something because we are trying to unify our people. We are trying to unify our leaders. We want everybody in Kenya at the moment has a political party. Everybody has a presidential candidate. But we know just like Samuel did, that there is only one who is going to be president of Kenya, not all of them. And so you people today stand in a nice, able position of being our Samuels of the day. When you look at yourself, see a Samuel. When you look into the mirror, see that Samuel. Why am I saying you are Samuel? Because you have a vote. And God has given you that vote. And that vote is what is going to determine who is going to be the president of Kenya. You will vote in this election, hopefully. I'm sure the DPM will talk about that. But you are sitting in that nice place where I have a vote, I can vote, I have a phone, I can call somebody, and I can call somebody and say, forget that nonsense. This is not your time.
At the Rocket Pub, Kenyans continue with the hard questions for Mudavadi and Mutahi Kagwe. This session was heated, especially that it was the first address of Kenyans in the Midlands by a government top official. The Rocket Club owner Milka is a proud Kenyan, a magistrate in the UK who created the venue to give Kenyans home away from home. Mudavadi has left UK a happy man, having been endorsed by a diverse group of Kenyans in the UK. He has a job to do to bring about a united Kenya. In all honesty, the UDF UK officials under the leadership of Team Chege has delivered. Mudavadi's humility alone can qualify him to be the next Kenyan president, given the volatility of other aspirants.